You ever feel like no matter how hard you work in your detailing business, you're just not in control of it? Like one week you feel completely slammed, maybe you're booked, and the next week your phone is dead. You're not getting any phone calls or any clients coming in at all. And even when you are busy, you're still dealing with cheap customers asking you how much and can you drop price on this or can you give me a special discount on this? You're not making what you feel like you should be. So, what do most detailers do to get business now? This is exactly what some of them are doing. And maybe this is what you're doing. So you're probably posting before and after pictures on Instagram, videos on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. You're probably running these specials on Facebook or even running ads with these specials, or you're probably going door to door, neighborhood, knocking around for hours of your day, spending a ton of time that you could be allocating towards other stuff. And to be fair, these things can work. You can get jobs doing this. Of course, you can in the beginning. But here's what most people don't realize until they're too deep in it. Even when it does work, it creates a bunch of problems for you. It creates more problems than benefits. You're constantly chasing people, following up with messages that go nowhere, or you're dealing with people who are comparing you a price, trying to get the cheapest option. And then you end up taking jobs that you don't even want just to fill your schedule up just to say that you're busy. And this is probably a lot of messages that a lot of you guys can resonate with, and it looks familiar with people who are constantly haggling on price, even whenever you do these $99 specials. Now, some weeks you're overloaded, other weeks you've got nothing going on, or even worse, if you have employees sticking around, you're still paying them when there's no work coming in. And at the end of the week, you're constantly asking yourself the same question: why does this feel harder than it should be? Well, their answer is it doesn't have to be this hard. And honestly, this whole thing reminds me of a detailer that I spoke to recently. I think his name was John. But he just told me, Laz, I'm busy, but I feel broke. And that feeling is a lot of similar feelings that you guys go through, right? He was doing exactly these things. He was posting on Instagram. He was driving all over the city. He was doing these $99 details, knocking on doors, leaving cards on dirty cars, and he still felt like he had no control over his business. Now, this is exactly how most of you detailers think. I just need to post more. I need more referrals. I need to knock more doors. I need to go out and leave cards and dirty cars in parking lots and people's windshields. I need to try to talk to more people. The real problem is that you're trying to get business from people who are not looking for you in the first place. And this is exactly why you are stuck where you are. And this is an example of you. You do great work, right? But you're trying to convince people who do not want your service to get it. Meanwhile, there's people in your city every single day who are actively looking for full details. And this is an example, a little visual that I made for you. There's people in your city right now on Google looking up things like car detailing near me, interior detailing near me, mobile car detailing, mobile detailing near me, and they could be finding you first if you position yourself in front of those people. Now, what I want you to think about is the difference here for a second. You can be targeting somebody who is scrolling on Instagram, and this is exactly what a lot of detailers are doing who are running Facebook ads or Instagram ads, who don't care about whether or not people who actively want your service are reaching out to you, right? These people aren't looking for a detailer right now. They're just on their couch or in bed, laying down, scrolling through Instagram or Facebook or TikTok. They're just low intent and they're easy to ignore, right? Now, people who are searching on Google are actively looking for detailers right now, right? You only show up when people are looking for detailers. They're high intent, they're actively looking, and you show up at the exact moment. Now, here's exactly what this looks like if you set this up for your business. One, you run Google ads in high intent areas where people have the capital to pay for your higher ticket services if your pricing is higher than usual. So first, they click your ad, right? Your ad shows up, they click it. They need to land on a page with a clear call to action that's high converting that either gives them the option to call you or to fill out a form. And then they submit the form and you get notified. That's exactly how simple this step is. Now, instead of you chasing leads, you're talking to people who come to you who already know what they want, who have a dirty car, who actually need the service, and are actually willing to reach out to you rather than you having to try to chase them down. And this actually reminds me of one of my clients, Israel. We just had a client testimonial interview with them. He had his first $16,000 month last month solo and hired his first employee. And when we first started working together, he was doing exactly all of these things. He was going neighborhood to neighborhood door knocking. He talks about it in the video. If you guys want, I'll link it down in the description so you can watch it. But he explains exactly how he was doing all of this. Now, the whole point of this is instead of you chasing customers, they are coming to you. And instead of guessing when work is coming, you'll start having this consistency that starts coming into play. And instead of competing on price, you're dealing with people who actually value your service because they actually need it. And they're not being convinced to go from not wanting it to then all of a sudden thinking that they should have it. This is exactly why I say in the title that it feels illegal. Not because it's some magic trick, but because once you see it, you will realize that there are people in your city every day literally raising their hands saying, I want and need this done. And most detailers are completely ignoring this, and that's exactly why they'll stay stuck at 5, 10K months, not knowing what to do to scale. And constantly wasting hours of their day, wasting gas, energy, driving out to neighborhoods that they think will bring more clients and actually end up with nothing at the end of the day. Now, this is about getting you better customers and higher ticket jobs and actually having control over your schedule so that you don't have to spend hours every day trying to chase down customers when they can be coming to you. You can have them pre-sold, already ready to book. They just need to find you, and you have to give them a reason to book, right? You got to do good work. Now, if you want to see exactly how this would work for your business, you can DM me on Instagram at any time. Ask me anything. I'm here to answer any questions for you guys. But again, this is exactly the difference between detailers who are doing 5K a month and detailers who are doing 20K a month.